Shocking can be a word to aptly describe the abrupt fall of Sam Bankman-Fried's cryptocurrency empire. And the crypto mogul's fortune, once peaked at $27 billion, has now been completely wiped out. So how did Sam Bankman-Fried manage to fumble his multi-billion-dollar bag within a matter of days? Greetings everyone, and welcome to Building Billions, a channel purely dedicated to bringing insight and inspiration on some of the wealthiest and most powerful people on the planet. Discover how millionaires and billionaires build and blow their riches. Today we'll be speaking of Sam Bankman-Fried, the very man behind the biggest collapse in crypto history. And how did it all come to pass? So better buckle up for this enthralling ride and stick to the end. You guys must have heard of youngsters who have made a fortune with cryptocurrencies. Many of them have even turned a few $1,000s into hundreds of thousands, if not millions. But as with any gold rush, selling shovels is frequently much more lucrative than just prospecting for gold. And Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF for short, had the guts to offer these shovels to the dedicated crypto traders, becoming a billionaire. But unfortunately, a rapid fall has marked his reversal from a billionaire's role as a white knight, and all of this fuzz is named crypto's Lehman moment. The scandal has just shocked the crypto players, who giddily celebrated Bankman-Fried as the JP Morgan of their times and left them grasping for parallels. Let's dig a bit deeper. After personally dabbling in the crypto space, Bankman-Fried launched his own trading house, Alameda Research, in 2017. Bitcoin arbitrage entailed connecting to each of the trading platforms, as well as constructing other complex infrastructure to abstract away many of the operational aspects of the trade. Alameda excelled at it, and the money poured in. From there, the SBF empire ballooned. Alameda's success spurred the launch of crypto exchange FTX in the spring of 2019, which specializes in offering high-speed trading and leverage options to seasoned traders. After launching FTX in 2019, SBF raised its profile by splashing millions on a high-profile media campaign that included purchasing the naming rights to the NBA's Miami Heat Arena, now FTX Arena, and appearing in glossy Vogue magazine advertisements with supermodel Gisele Bündchen. He also clinched the support of major investors like SoftBank, Tiger Global, BlackRock, and Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan, which poured money into FTX. This led him straight to the list of deca billionaires with a collective net worth of around $27 billion just before turning 30. Bankman-Fried suddenly became the poster boy for crypto everywhere, and the FTX logo adorned everything from Formula One race cars to a Miami basketball arena. The 30-year-old went on an endless press tour, bragged about having a balance sheet that could one day buy Goldman Sachs, and became a fixture in Washington, where he was one of the Democratic Party's top donors, promising to sink $1 billion into U.S. political races before later backtracking. Time for a quick look at some big expenditures. As the FTX was recently headquartered in the Bahamas, Bankman-Fried told Reuters that FTX supplied its employees with free meals and an in-house Uber-like transportation service to move around the island, and that 10 of them shared a $40 million luxury penthouse. All 10 are or used to be paired up in romantic relationships with each other. That includes Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison, whose firm played a central role in the company's collapse, and who at times has also dated Bankman-Fried, according to people familiar with the matter. Bankman-Fried had marketed himself as a believer in effective altruism, claiming that he was amassing wealth with the intention of giving practically all of it away. According to Reuters, in 2021, he earned $200,000 a year, declared $1 million in real estate holdings, and spent $50,000 in personal expenses. Furthermore, according to the records, senior executives at FTX and Bankman-Fried's parents bought at least 19 properties worth around $120 million in the Bahamas over the past 2 years. This included close to $72 million spent on 7 condominiums in a beachfront resort community bought by a unit of FTX, per the outlet. Bankman-Fried also owns a 52-foot yacht worth millions of dollars. But the swift surge was all a mirage. Comments he made to Vox after FTX collapse suggest his support for effective altruism may also have been at least partly a PR stunt. And to your surprise, he declined to answer Fox Business when asked if he used client assets to fund his purchases. However, the cracks finally emerged and FTX's failure started when the cryptocurrency news outlet CoinDesk published a story based on a leaked balance sheet from Alameda Research earlier this month. The story found that the relationship between FTX and Alameda Research was deeper and more intertwined than previously known, including that FTX was lending high quantities of its own token FTT to Alameda to help build up cash. Then on November 6, Changpeng Zizi Xiao, CEO of the crypto platform Binance, a rival of FTX, announced that his company is selling off all of its FTT tokens. This led to an instant drop in FTT price, and it sparked mass withdrawals from FTX, causing the crypto firm to experience a very old financial problem, a bank run. But FTX stopped allowing customers to make money out of the platform on November 8th. Meanwhile, Bankman-Fried disappeared for at least a month from top deputies, according to people familiar with the matter. This also worsened matters. Though the extent of the connections between Alameda and FTX were not yet public, a series of recent crypto platform collapses had already put the crypto community on edge. Let's check out the unbalanced balance sheet. These connections began to become clearer in the days following FTX's move to halt withdrawals, as would its financial challenges. Bloomberg, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, and others cited unidentified sources as suggesting that FTX needed $8 billion to fill the difference between what is owed and what it could pay out. Bankman-Fried also told a Fox journalist over Twitter DM that he needs to raise $8 billion to make things right with account holders. Certain media houses, citing anonymous sources, also reported that Alameda had used FTX funds for trading. And in the Vox interview, Bankman-Fried appeared to confirm claims that funds had been transferred from FTX to Alameda, adding that he thought Alameda had enough collateral to cover the moves. Meanwhile, blockchain analysts tracked the flow of $400 million of assets out of FTX accounts. But he denied funds had been furtively funneled from one company to the other. Instead, blamed the transfers on an internal mislabeling issue. According to bankruptcy court filings, Bankman-Fried's firm's balance sheets were never audited as they've never followed the standard financial reporting procedures. This means there is no trustworthy account or paper trail of what money the company had or where it went. The company has so far secured $740 million of cryptocurrency held by the various entities that comprise FTX and Alameda, a figure that's just a fraction of what they hope to recover. Let's now see how a lifeline yanked away. Before the entire magnitude of the crisis became public and desperate to keep his enterprise afloat, Bankman-Fried launched for a lifeline as symptoms of a broader crypto crash loomed. Zhao, one of FTX's initial investors, stepped in to help his old adversary. On November 8th, he announced that Binance would purchase FTX for an undisclosed sum, effectively bailing out the beleaguered firm. But Binance soon backed out, with Zhao citing reports that FTX has mismanaged user funds and information gleaned during the standard due diligence procedure that accompanies such deals. Besides, Bankman-Fried has acknowledged the company's problems on Twitter, where he remains active, and posted a lengthy thread of apology as well. Bankman-Fried stepped down as CEO of FTX November 11th, and the companies he controlled filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. According to the Wall Street Journal and the Associated Press, both citing anonymous sources, FTX is now under investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Department of Justice. For your information, the first court hearing in the bankruptcy process has revealed that the customer's money has just vanished. The massive digital enterprise had tempered data and intentionally destroyed internal messages. Estimates that FTX was worth $32 billion may be too low, as the company was valued at a whopping $40 billion some 10 months ago. It wasn't just a run-of-the-bank and leadership crisis that led to FTX's collapse. Lack of corporate controls at a higher level has also counted in. Everyone was worried about hackers, and major disputes were brewing about how to handle customer data. So was and is the crypto world. The price of Bitcoin has fallen to a 2-year low, and many are wondering if FTX can go down along with its talismanic leader, who could fall next? Now what? The ultimate impact of FTX's bankruptcy is uncertain, but its failure will likely destroy billions of dollars of wealth and even more skepticism for cryptocurrencies at a time when the industry could use a vote of confidence. So what's your take on the biggest crypto collapse in history? Is SBF the main culprit? Do share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Guys, do subscribe to her channel and be sure to check out more of your favorite content here. You just have to hit the bell icon to receive timely notifications about the latest videos. And do share this video with your friends to keep them updated.